Local politics grabbing the headlines this week for a lot of reasons. Money, the Spurs, a few tense moments between local politicians. But in the end, council voted 7-4 to put a downtown arena on the ballot, the term sheet on the ballot in November, which means voters will decide yes or no to using visitors' tax money to help fund the arena. District 10 Councilman Mark White supports the issue. He joins me live in studio 24 hours after one of the more memorable council meetings. We were talking, if everybody tuned in to, like yesterday, city politics would be more interesting, to say the least. What's the biggest challenge? Let's get right to it. What's the biggest challenge right now between now and November 4th for city officials who support this move?
Yeah, so 74 days from today, as you mentioned, the citizens are going to get to go to the polls and vote on whether this Spurs Arena project moves forward. And that's how it should be, right? Democracy in its purest form, the citizens will decide. Why yesterday was important, it's because of transparency, all right? We needed to finalize the terms of the deal so that for those next 74 days, the citizens of San Antonio can review it so that they have all the information they need to make an informed vote in November. So what we're going to do, I know in my district, and I'm sure my colleagues are going to do the same, we're going to have multiple community meetings. We're going to bring the city manager, we're going to bring personnel from the Spurs, and we're going to talk to the citizens about the deal, allow them to ask questions so that they can get comfortable, that they know the details of this deal, so again, so that they can make an informed vote in November.
So for the 7 that voted yes to the term sheet and the 4 that voted no, that includes the mayor, does that mean the 7 will campaign for and the 4 that voted against will campaign against it?
Well, I'll tell you, we're in sort of uncharted waters here because the mayor is usually not on the wrong end of these votes. And so we're going to see what she decides to do here. But I'll tell you, it's not really about campaigning for it as far as I see it. Again, it's about getting the information to the public so that they can make the decision. And let me tell you, there's been a ton of misinformation out there, right? Folks need to know no local tax dollars are being used here on this project. This arena, if it goes forward, is going to be owned by the city, but it's going to be paid for by the visitors, by the Spurs, and with those project finance zone dollars, which are state sales tax dollars that we're permitted to use either for entertainment purposes in this area, right, convention centers or arenas, or else this money goes back to the state. And folks need to know that.
The devil's in the details in any deal. Some of this is incredibly confusing when you talk about all the legalese and all the business terms. But the mayor said something yesterday about having essentially a public vote on the city portion of the term sheet.
Yeah.
What did she mean by that? Is that legal? Can she do that? Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, well, she sort of threw that in at the end after she had lost, the vote that just took place. And I know our city attorney's office is looking at it today because is it legal or not? Nobody is quite sure, but the city attorney's office will give us an opinion on that. And then we'll just have to see. Again, I'm happy for the citizens that they get to make the final decision on all of this in November. If the mayor wants some additional vote after that, we'll just have to see. But it's time now that we get all the information to the people because then this is the people's team, right? The Spurs belong to the San Antonio citizens, and it's going to be their decision on whether to we go forward with a new arena.
Listen, the elephant in the room is we ran the video. Everybody in town has seen essentially you and the mayor at a town hall earlier this week. It's been an emotional week, an emotional several weeks. Yesterday, obviously, very charged, not from the council, but just people and all of that. It feels very divided.
Yeah. Is
that normal? And B, more importantly, who needs to take the reins? Who needs to take charge and say, we don't agree, but we are united for the people of San Antonio?
Yeah, so I haven't seen this since I've been involved in city government. And yes, what you referenced that happened at my budget town hall was extremely unfortunate. We were there to talk about the budget, made an agreement. The mayor asked to speak. We made an agreement that we would only talk about the budget. She then went on to talk about the arena. You saw the back and forth. And then, of course, you followed it up a couple days later when she interrupted that press conference and the Spurs rally on the steps of City Hall. Listen, the mayor is entitled to her position, right? And she brings up a bunch of valid points, and I'm glad we got to debate and discuss them. But we certainly need a level of decorum and professionalism at City Hall. These last couple weeks weren't great for the city to have to see that. And my hope is that now that this is over, right, we've had the vote, we need to come together, we need to work together, all of us, the 10 of us plus the mayor, to get the information to the citizens. San Antonians want us to collaborate, to work together to do their work, the people's work. That's what I'm committed to doing.
And you guys know we have the mayor on every Thursday morning. We were hoping to ask her this past week about the meeting and about Project Marvel. She wasn't here on Thursday, so hopefully she shows up this coming Thursday, and we're able to talk to her and get her side of things as well. Councilman Mark White, sir, thank you. Look forward to more education over the next 3 months, and that everybody can make an informed decision on November 4th, no matter where you fall on our downtown arena and Project Marvel. Sir, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. The fate of a new Spurs arena now lies in your hands, in the hands of the Bexar County voters. This after City Council voted yesterday 7-4 in favor of sending the current term sheet to the ballot box in November. This after some powerful and emotional testimony from about 100 people from the area yesterday. That deal now moves on to the ballot, where voters will decide either yes or no to using county money from a visitor's tax. Now, during 3 hours of public comment yesterday, things heated and emotional at times. A lot of moments stand out, but one that everybody will remember. Somewhat tense back and forth between Mayor Jones and Spurs owner Peter Holt. It's centered around the mayor wanting a second economic impact study.
I'm going to try just one more time. Just kind of yes or no, Mr. Holt. Is there an opposition to us seeking an independent economic study and allowing us additional time to engage with our constituents? Just yes or no, please.
I'm going to try one more time again. There's ample information that shows. This city deserves.
Order, please, order.
Again, council blocking the mayor's resolution to pause negotiations, then voted in favor of putting that term sheet on the ballot for November. City Manager Eric Walsh says the focus now will shift towards contracts for the arena's development. That arena is a huge component, but it's not the only component of Project Marvel. Well, now we have spoken to people who run businesses there in that community about what comes next for them. Edward Garza, who is the GM of Bombay Bicycle Club, says an arena could bring big business to his business.
I think it's gonna do, a lot of help for, growing our location. The servers are definitely looking excited to increase revenue, increase tips at this location.
Others, like gym owner Allison Galvan, say that nearby events, sometimes in downtown, often hurt her business.
Anytime there's events, especially at the Alamo Dome, we have to close early because of event parking prices. Our members can't get to the studios.
Again, voters will have the last say. This is November 4th, that is Election Day, to approve a county tax on hotels and rental cars, which would then help fund a new arena.